Hey class, welcome to Governmental Accounting. I'm Eric Knight. It's my pleasure to be your instructor this term. I want to do a quick orientation video just to kind of make sure you know where everything is and what's expected. I'll try to keep it as short as possible. One thing is I would always suggest you save all your work using something that's a cloud-based system like Google Drive or Dropbox. Both are free or they have free versions. That way if anything happens to your computer, you're able to continue with your work. Because of these cloud-based options, I don't extend homework for computers that have crashed, because you can always go to another computer and pick up where you left off using the cloud as a way to get to your information. One thing I want to point out, announcements. Make sure you read or watch the videos I make every week. I do provide videos from time to time, and I try to tell you which module they're for. And before you start your homework, see if there's anything there that could help you, save you some time. Make sure you understand the expectations. You are responsible for the information I provide in the announcements, meaning if I explain something to you in the announcements and then you say you didn't know that, well, you should have watched the announcements, read the announcements and watched the videos in them. One way I would definitely look at this class is by going to the modules. I think that's the easiest way. It kind of gives you a really good way of organizing everything, and you can see what you need to do in each module. Now, I only got module 1 open right now, but other modules become available as time goes by. But you can see in module 1 already what you need to accomplish. In the Start Here area, there's a lot of good information. There's an assignment summary. We're going to go over that in a second. Information on my background if you're interested, and then other things. Then there's a virtual office here. We'll talk about that in a second. I'd like to start with the assignment summary. Alright, so basically we have 8 modules, and in each module you're going to have problems, exercises, things of that nature. So in module 1 we have some exercises, we have some questions that you need us to answer, and then you have some problems. And you can see that things are due throughout the week, so you make sure you get that to me by the deadline. The policy for Baker, as you know, is no late assignments. Extenuating circumstances would be something that I would have to be beyond your control, and would have to be something pretty dramatic. So as soon as you feel that you would need an extenuating circumstance, meet that requirement, make sure you talk to me as soon as possible. If you know ahead of time, that's even better. But other than that, we got to get the assignments in. As you can see, there's so many. If you start getting behind, it's going to basically overwhelm you. So it's really important that we stay on track. So the engagement is different from the essential questions, so make sure you understand that. And then the exercises and the problems are provided for us in the assignments in the chapters, and the ones that you need to do are provided in Canvas in the area of the module. So we have exercises, questions, and problems. You can see the points when they're due, and then we have engagement. Let's go back and look at that. So your reading assignment, is the first couple of chapters of the textbook, and it just kind of tells you there. Let's go back. Then we have exercises. Well, actually, let's go with what's due first. I just realized exercises are due first, so let's go with that first. So we open up the exercises. If we go to the textbook, it says questions and exercises from the chapters, and it tells you which ones are due. You are to do these questions and exercises using Word, and I'm gonna have a separate video that kind of walks you through that, as the expectations for that. So look for that video. Okay. So Friday we have the essential questions. So that's 20 points. So these are the questions you have to answer. Right, and these questions are to be provided in the discussion board. Make sure that you answer these completely and correctly make sure you use your own words. Do not copy and paste. You're allowed to look at other students, obviously, but just make sure at the end of the day it's your own work. This is not your engagement. This is just the essential questions. Make sure I'm going to actually do a video that discusses these a little bit more detail, but I wanted to point these out for you, and look at that video too. Next we have our problems. So these problems, there's a template. You must use this template. I'll do a separate video regarding this, but it has to be an Excel format. You can see which ones are due. And then finally we have the engagement. This is where you get your engagement points. You need to answer the questions that are posted. In this particular week I have a discussion question set up for you, and so each week you need to answer this question, and then you need to be engaged with the other students. Make sure your discussion questions, you answer them completely, no copy and paste, no quoting, use your own words. I want to hear what you have to say. Make sure you respond to two other students in a substantive manner, meaning not just I agree or good job, but something that carries the discussion forward. Make sure you post 3 of 7 days. Now this is worth 15 points. 15 points adds up when you have that week in and week out. It's something that you can earn the points on and do well with, and it can really have an impact on your grade, either on a good side or a bad side. So make sure you do these. So just a few things to wrap this up. There's the virtual office if you want to ask me a question. I prefer email, but and you can get my email information through faculty information. However, this is another option for you. It's just that I see emails faster, so it usually is more helpful for the student if I see it faster. And then an introduction for you to introduce yourself. It's not required, but it's always nice to get to know the people that are in the class. So I'll do some more videos just to kind of get you started on the exercises and problems that are due this week, just to kind of make sure you know what to do. Other than that, I hope you enjoy this course.